like hype wise. Everyone
It's almost
like
it's not even just because Half-Life's a good series anymore. It has become its own entity. The
yeah,
joke that Half-Life
it
3
would
will
be
eventually
so
be.
big that everyone who has a PS4 and Xbox would be like, I gotta get a PC to play
You
this.
did you play the Half-Life games?
Yes, I actually
So
played them
tell
all
me.
last year for the first
Okay.
time, so I have them
I played
fresh
the
on my
first one.
mind.
I have not played the second one yet. It's on my list.
I didn't play the first one. I played Half-Life 2 and then Episode 1 and Episode 2.
Okay. Is Half-Life 3 necessary for the story? Was it
Yes,
like
for sure.
okay. So there was a
It
cliffhanger?
it was a huge cliffhanger. There was supposed
Yeah.
to be and it went Half-Life 2 and then Episode 1 and then Episode 2. They're all basically the same game. It just continued the story. And then Episode 2 just ended abruptly and there was supposed to be an Episode 3, but that never happened. And it's been many years and everyone's questioning whatever happened to Episode 3. So people are wondering where the heck is Half-Life 3, but it hasn't been out for many, many years and it's probably not going to come out this year, but I don't know, there's always hope.
Yeah, definitely.
And Steam has so much money, they could do whatever they wanted.
Oh, Steam, they are on top of the world. Like they just have such great
They
people
have
working there.
billions and
Their customer
billions coming in.
service and everything is great. And their products are great. Their sales alone are just legendary. Um, so
I should also briefly mention there could be a Portal 3. It's been a long time since Portal 2 came out. I think Portal 2 came out in like 2008. I could look that up really fast. And then Left 4 Dead 2 came out a long time ago, so there could be a Left 4 Dead 3 as well.
I will say I could see Left 4 Dead 3 happening way before Portal 3.
All
I
right,
think
so Portal,
I think Portal
2 came
3,
out in 2011, so that was
yeah. And it was critically
that's a long
acclaimed.
time ago,
One of the
6 years
most
ago.
critically acclaimed games.
I played Portal 2 last year as well for the first time, and that was great.
It's fun.
And
Yeah,
Portal
it was
1 as
really,
well. I played
really
like
good
all
story.
the Valve games one after another last year and made Let's Plays over them.
Portal 1 you can finish in like half hour. It's pretty short.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
but
Left 4
yeah,
Dead 2 came out in 2009, so there could be a Left 4 Dead 3.
Left 4 Dead 2 is still living strong. There's all those
Mhm.
Unreleased campaigns coming out now, the official
Oh,
ones, like ones that they almost had done. And
there's still
they're released.
people on PC who play it every day religiously.
Yeah, I can see why. It's a
Especially
fun,
girls. Girls love it. I don't know why.
really.
I don't know
Hear
why.
that, guys? Find the ladies on Left 4 Dead
There
2
is
streams.
a lot of girls who
channels.
love Left 4 Dead 2 and any zombie game, basically.
I love zombie games. I'm a huge
Um,
Nazi zombie fan. Um,
And then I think that's all the Valve games. I think there's Dota, but I don't think they'll ever make a Dota 2.
Overwatch
Um,
will hit its stride this year, I'm sure.
Blizzard games, there could be a Diablo 4, although highly
Uh,
unlikely.
I feel like Diablo might, because they just released a new class for that game, or for Diablo 3, which
Oh, they
is
did?
huge.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so that means like they're not quite ready to move on if they're still releasing
It wasn't.
content. For,
It wasn't from the expansion. There's a different class.
Yeah, they added it's the Necromancer. He was
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Diablo
about that.
2 class that didn't make it into 3, and people loved him and they brought him back. So
I will say though, Diablo 3 was the first Diablo game I really got into. I played Diablo 2 a little bit as a kid.
I
But
never
Diablo,
played 1 or 2.
Diablo 3, I played it with a friend, and I played so many hours put into that game, and I loved it when it first launched. A lot of people hated it because the servers were unsteady and everything. But back when it first launched, there was something about being able to sell the items that you got from monsters, sell it on the market for real money, and then be able to cash that out. I thought that was so cool. A lot of people hated that, but
Yeah.
they scrapped the whole auction house system with the expansion, and the expansion was really good. A lot of people enjoyed the expansion, and then also released on consoles. I played the expansion as well. It was good. It's a huge time sink, I think, but I loved Diablo 3 for sure. And if,
Yeah, Diablo 3 is a lot of fun with my friends.
I
need
hope-
to get back into that.
I hope they continue to make the Diablo series because there's not very many action RPGs currently available. The only other one that I can think of that's good is a game called Grim Dawn. That game is amazing. It's on PC, but it's more of a single player action RPG. But it reminds people more of Diablo 2. And this is
I can
Grim Dawn.
guarantee you Diablo will live on. I think the fan base is strong enough alone, like the current one, that they will buy enough games for the series to continue each time.
I
I
guess
have no doubt.
there is some speculation that StarCraft 3 could come out, but that's unlikely as well. StarCraft 2 came out a very long time ago. I don't know
Yeah.
when, but it came
And
out
the
in, like,
StarCraft 2
2010.
competitive gaming scene's
2010.
kind of dying, from what I've heard.
I was a big
that's-
fan of StarCraft 2 just because there's a lot of custom games, and those were really fun, a lot of tower defense type games.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably want a World of Warcraft 2. That would be a huge, but
I like
that's
that game. I
highly
like the
unlikely as
original
well.
one. That was fun.
Could you imagine how big a World of Warcraft 2 would be, or another
I
MMO?
think that people will lose their mind. That would
Yeah.
be awesome.
Right now there's a huge gap in the MMO market. Last year there was like a couple good MMOs. I think there was one called, oh crap, I forgot the name. Oh man,
I have no idea.
Black
I can't
Desert
help.
or
Sorry.
something. There was an MMO last year called, I think it was called Black Desert, and that was like the only big MMO last year. Yeah, Black Desert Online, and that one was super good. I'm not gonna play any trailers or anything, but it looked great, but obviously it was very repetitive, and I think the population went downhill fast. What the heck picture
Michael
is that?
Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting game.
But what I'm trying to say is a lot of people are eager to get into MMOs again, but there just isn't an MMO out right now that really captures people's attention span or whatever.
Yeah.
But if a big MMO came out, there's a huge amount of money to be made because MMO fans are willing to spend thousands of dollars in membership
I'm
fees.
continuously amazed
or anything.
that World of Warcraft is still going.
Yeah, it's crazy. Same
There's
with
it's
RuneScape.
dropped in numbers, but there's a plateau. It'll never go below. I guarantee it. It's just people live for World of Warcraft.
It's the same way with RuneScape. You know that game, right?
Yeah,
It's still
that
going,
game's old, but
even
there's
though
a community that will not let it die. They're there forever.
it has over 100,000 players like every day. Even
Yeah.
though it's so old and it's gone way downhill, but
Well, I think
it's still
people were happy that
popular,
they brought
I guess.
back the old servers,
Yeah.
to like the 2007 version or whatever it was. That was
then
pretty big. I heard about
Overwatch
that.
came out last year and it was a huge hit.
It is a cultural phenomenon. It is overtaken from what
I
I've
think it
heard.
won Game of the Year. I don't know, something like that.
It's probably going to end up with it if it hasn't already. I love Overwatch. I play competitive with friends and casually. It's a great time. I like it because it's inspired from Team Fortress 2, which Team Fortress 2 has been neglected by Steam. That's probably their one
Oh yeah,
blemish.
there could be a Team Fortress 3.
I
I forgot about that one.
If
I
they
highly
if
doubt
they
that.
ever thought about it, I'm sure they would. But yeah, Overwatch is great. I love these shorts, by the way. I cannot get enough of them. I cannot wait for a McCree short. That is
high
on my wish
quality.
list for this year. I want a McCree short where he's robbing a train or something. Anyway,
I love playing it as well, but on PC, people are really freaking good with mouse and keyboard,
Yeah.
and I'm not great with mouse and keyboard shooters.
that's
So,
why I'm intimidated. I want to try it out in PC when I get my gaming computer built, but until then, I'm perfectly fine with PS4, where it feels very friendly to a lot of
Some
people.
people who are good with like McCree and Widowmaker, they can snipe you across the map instantly, and you have no chance. But I really enjoyed playing as Mercy, the healer.
Mercy, yes, because she's very valued in competitive play. She's very valued.
But I guess I don't play it currently just because I don't have people to play it with. And
Yeah.
playing it alone, I don't know, it gets a little bit repetitive after a while. And it does, for me personally, it feels unfair sometimes just because every time someone activates their ultimate, there's no way to survive generally, and you just instantly die. And I don't know, sometimes it feels a little bit like unfair certain
That's
ways.
where the team strategy elements come in, because most supers you can survive somehow. Even like Diva's bomb, you can block it with a Reinhardt shield, or
Well,
you can,
yeah, you have
if
to
you're
communicate
really
with your
clutch-
team though, and
if you're
I don't
really
have
clutch,
teammates.
like I had this happen to me the other day. For those of you who like Overwatch, here's a little tip. When Diva uses her bomb and you're playing as Roadhog, you can actually hook the bomb and take it toward you to sacrifice yourself for your team. Very few instances that'll work, but when it happens, you will get thumbs up by everyone. Trust me.
Yeah, I think it's a good game to play with friends. But on
yeah.
PC currently, I don't know if it's just me, but currently most people are super skilled and it's hard to get back into it just because
Yeah.
people take it very seriously.
can be intimidating,
very
for sure.
competitive. There's MLG or whatever, Overwatch.
What game isn't on MLG now? There's like
And
everything.
if you watch MLG Overwatch, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would never do that. That would take the joy out of the game for me. I'm more of a moderately competitive person, kind of like how just regular people play competitive mode.
All right, so that's everything on this list, I guess, except I should mention Persona 5 is coming out this year. And there's a new game called Nier Automata, which is a Japanese RPG that I think is going to be pretty big when it comes out. I think it comes out in March. I could be wrong on that. Maybe sooner. But it should come out on PC and PS4 at the same time. which is cool. Most people thought it was going to be a PS4 exclusive, but it's basically a hack and slash, kind of similar to Final Fantasy 15. But it seems like it's very high quality. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I may get it on release just because it looks like it's very well done and looks very fun.
A little bit of an ad lib here, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is also rumored to come out this year. For those of you who are interested in Kingdom Hearts 3, the chances I personally think aren't great that it will, but I think there is a chance that Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out this year.
There's a trailer for it.
Yeah, there's plenty of gameplay. This is one of them.
I think I remember this trailer in last E3. People were going crazy for it.
Yeah.
The
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2005, so it's been over a decade. Wow. There's been a lot of spin-off games since then, a lot of prequels and side stories that are a lot of fun to play. But this is the one that everyone's been waiting for. This is over 10 years in the making. So to say that the hype is real is an understatement.
To add on to that point, Final Fantasy VII Remastered is supposed to come out next year as well.
That is only rivaled by Half-Life 3 in terms of hype. Trust me. When that game was announced, oh my god, people went apeshit. It was crazy.
But I think it's going to be released in like sections or parts, so it's not going to be the full game.
So I need to ask you. I've never played the original. Should I play that or should I play this?
Well, I'm going to have completely different opinions on this because I played through Final Fantasy VII last year completely from start to finish. Before that, I tried to get into it multiple times, and I thought the first few hours of the game were extremely dull, boring. The story, overall, the story to me and the characters just aren't that great, and I'm kind of worried about this remastered version because I think a lot of people have very nostalgic appeal to Final Fantasy VII, and people have to remember that Final Fantasy VII, there was no voice acting, it was all text. So giving these characters like personalities, it's going to feel very odd to many people who are returning to the game, and I think a lot of people are blinded by nostalgia.
Yeah.
But gameplay wise, Final Fantasy VII was awesome. It's a huge world. You kept traveling to different places on the world, and there was like a different culture and different like environment in each place, and the boss fights were great, and overall the game was fantastic. But the story, I don't know about the story, and the characters just, I don't know, just they're not the best in my opinion.
That's why I'm not sure if I want this new one to be my first experience or the one that everyone claims to be nostalgic, because their nostalgia won't apply to me because this is obviously almost 2 decades since it's been out.
When Final Fantasy VII first came out, it was like a huge technical masterpiece. It was the first time people saw like 3D in video games, and there was these
huge
great
story,
cinematic experiences. But if you replay it today, it doesn't hold up, and as a new player,
your personal opinion, of course.
Yeah. Well, as a new player, you won't experience the same thing as an old player would experience.
Exactly.
So with this remastered version, I think there's going to be mixed opinions. I don't know. It's going to have a lot of hype. A lot of people will get it, but I'm kind of uneasy if it's going to be good or not. If the gameplay's fun, then it'll be good. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen.
I'll probably dive into it. I feel like there's so many. Final Fantasy as a series scares me because of how many there are and how much people love it. Like, I don't want to dive into one and not like it and be scared off by the rest of the series, I think
every time a Final Fantasy game comes out, there's a lot of like negative criticism about it. Like Final Fantasy 15 came out last year and it wasn't that popular, and a lot of people criticize it. So we'll see. I don't know.
And didn't one just come out?
15 came out at the end of last year. There's also another game, Final Fantasy 12 remastered. It's called the Zodiac Age. It's supposed to come out next year. So there's another Final Fantasy game coming out next year. So that's just a remastered version of Final Fantasy.
This is why I'm scared, folks. I just don't know where to dive in. It's like a anthology of just several of them.
In my opinion, like, I don't know. Everyone has mixed opinions on Final Fantasy, but I think as a new player, you should start with either Final Fantasy X remastered or 13. I think those are good starting points. If you go to the old games, I don't know. You really have to like look at it with a different perspective. You have to realize like this game was made like 10 years ago compared to games that came out today. And there's other games that are like Final Fantasy, like Star Ocean.
Oh
If you ever
yeah,
heard of that.
Star Ocean's big.
Star Ocean: The Last Hope was amazing on the 360, and there was a Star Ocean game that came out last year that was great too. They're made by Square Enix as well. But I don't know. I'm getting off topic on Final Fantasy.
This is so sad. The most I know about Final Fantasy is a little bit I get in Kingdom Hearts. I'm so terrible. I know Cloud.
I don't
know
know much about
Leon.
Kingdom Hearts though. I played the first one, and I pushed myself to play like almost to the end. But
I don't blame you for not liking the first game because everything that came after just improved so much. It's probably like Final Fantasy where everything new now is so much better. That's kind of how it was in Kingdom Hearts.
That's what I was trying to say before. Final Fantasy X at the time was amazing. Like for an RPG, it was like mind blowing. And I played that first, like as a kid, and then I went back and played Kingdom Hearts 1, and I think that's where I messed up.
Yeah.
It's just seeing Donald Duck and Goofy, I'm just like, what the heck is going on here?
Kingdom Hearts has a fairly complex story.
Right.
That's a whole different discussion.
And Persona 5, I don't know anything about that. You know anything about that?
Persona is also, sadly to say, one of the series I've never gotten into.
But
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Most people have not played Persona. I think it was like a PS1 game, right? And PS2?
PS2 had quite a few titles.
I don't think too many people got into it. I think you had to be like a hardcore JRPG fan to really know what it was about.
There's some game that's coming out on the Wii U, I think, that's like looks like Persona. I can't remember the name of it, but it's Persona looks interesting. I've just never dived into it.
All right, so I guess that's pretty much everything. I lost that Forbes thing. Forbes prediction.
Amongst the 20 tabs.
I just want to quickly go through it. Oops. Gaming. Here it is. Yeah, usually I have like 50 tabs open.
Yeah.
But for some reason while recording my screen, things are not going so well, but it's fine. Just quickly going through Mass Effect Andromeda. Is that coming out next year? You think it will come out
I think it's coming out this year. Unless it's getting delayed. I hope not.
I keep saying next year, and I mean this year.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting it's 2017.
I hate that. God, I hate New Year's for that. Interesting enough, I entered the voice contest to have your voice appear in that game, and
really?
I didn't hear back from them, so I didn't get it. But, I had to try it because I do love Mass Effect series. And if I could have my voice appear in one of their games, I would probably die pretty happy.
That'd be amazing. I haven't played Mass Effect since Mass Effect 1. I played a bit of Mass Effect 2, but not very much.
So Mass Effect 1 is extremely dated. I played it purely because I thought I had to.
I loved it when it came out.
When it came out, I'm sure it was like... But then I played... my first one I played was Mass Effect 2, and then I played 3, and then I went back to 1, and it just felt... Yeah, so that was my problem. But... Mass Effect 3 and 2 were I beat Mass Effect 2 probably 20 times.
It's one of those games with a ton of content, like 40 hours or more.
And I love playing through, just making different decisions and seeing how things turn out. It was always great.
I actually haven't seen this trailer, but it looks great.
Yeah, the gameplay looks fantastic. The graphics are definitely better. People are mad that it's not Shepard as the main
yeah, I remember Shepard.
Yeah, I think it's good that they're branching out.
It'll be interesting. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure a lot of people will like it.
Oh, yeah.
I guess since we're talking about Mass Effect real quick, we'll quickly talk about, what was that game? Star Citizen?
Oh, yeah.
Since those
the one that's
kind of combined. Everyone's like waiting for like a space game, like a super good space game to come out.
Hasn't happened yet.
Obviously, I don't think Star Citizen is going to be fully released next year. I don't
think it'll ever be fully released. They'll never say we're done with the game.
It has a few more. I think it probably has like at least 5 more years until something good comes out of it. Maybe.
Yeah, it's all ambition right now, so it seems. Which is fine. Ambition leads to good things.
I'll mention this for the viewers. Star Citizen has raised $140 million, and it is the second highest cost. Wait. How do you say that? Most I don't know.
Biggest budget for a game.
The largest production value budget, whatever, for a game ever. It's higher than GTA 5's development cost. Highest development cost. Let's just go with that. And it's crazy. $140 million in donations. I don't know. Insane. If I was the developer of this game, I would take this money and I would buy an island and never talk to anyone ever again. Yeah,
you could probably get into some legal trouble with that. You'd probably get a lot of death threats.
You you could take 10 million of that, give that to the developers, and then take the other 130 million and just enjoy life.
Yeah, you could be like Notch and just sell Minecraft.
And the thing is, the thing that I don't like about Star Citizen is that you buy, let me go to the store. You buy like ships, and they're expensive ships. The starter package
one
is
is
$35,
$1,000, I think.
$275.
It gets more than that. I think.
There's a lot more. View all ships. So just look at some of these ships. So basically, Star Citizen is more or less a free-to-play game with the most expensive microtransactions you can imagine.
I could buy a new webcam with that. Why would I want to buy a virtual ship?
A lot of these are just like ideas that haven't been made yet, but they do have costs behind them, and you can actually like pre-order these ships even though they're not actually in the game yet. And some, like Gazelle said, are over $1,000.
Yep.
I'm just trying to go
crazy.
down to the there's like huge frigate ships that are like $1,000. I don't know where they are. They're probably way down.
It basically looks like a space cruise ship.
There's so many of them, and they're just milking these so much for these backers. I don't know. Like, some people think they're gonna get this, and I don't know.
Good luck.
Not available yet.
Sell your soul.
Yeah. It's just a picture too, but yeah. I guess that's all I have to say about Star Citizen. I don't think anything is going to come out of Star Citizen. I made a video about Star Citizen. If anyone wants to check out my video, there was like a free-to-play weekend, and there was a lot of bugs and glitches, and the frame rate was terrible. So that's all I have to say about that. There wasn't much to the game. Let's see. Anything else? No Man's Sky will get more updates. Whatever. That was a failure last year.
That game crashed and burned in spectacular fashion.
Oh yeah, there might be a Battlefront 2 by EA with a campaign.
I don't have enough will in me to rant about Battlefront 1. So,
well, I mean,
all I'll say is it took my childhood and crushed any hope of them making it this great.
If there's a campaign to the next one, I think it'll be cool. Especially considering
I think they can't afford to not have one after the backlash they had.
You think there'll be another Star Wars movie next year?
There's gonna be there's a Star Wars movie every year now. Okay. Every 2 years, it's a main episodic episode, like 8, 9, 10, etc.
They'll probably time Battlefront 2 with episode whatever 8.
That's the glory of it. They can release it any year, and they can tie it to any whatever movies that year. So
I think
money for them.
Big.
Yeah, I think EA. We can have a rant about this another day, but they own the licenses to almost all major sports, which is a bad thing because competition breeds better games. Mm-hmm. So if you're the only one releasing a FIFA game, for example, I know a lot of people like them, but still, a competition with another company would strive for you to be better. And I don't know. I have problems with monopolies like that. And now that EA has a right to all Star Wars games, that could be a problem because no one else can try their own creative talent at it.
Personally, I have issues with EA and Ubisoft just because I don't like using their standalone clients on PC. Obviously, EA doesn't sell games on Steam, and I play most of my games on Steam, so I have to use Origin, which I just don't like using Origin. But they do have good games. I kind of interested to see what Battlefield was like. I didn't buy Battlefield 1. I heard the campaign was short, but pretty good. One thing I will say about EA, though, on PC, the graphics on Battlefield and Battlefront are absolutely amazing. Better than any game ever.
Graphically and sound-wise, they got Battlefield down perfectly. Oh
my god, the sound of Battlefront was great too.
Where they failed was with the gameplay. Like the fact that they kind of skimped on the space battles and they made the ground battles not... I don't know.
It was unbalanced.
Yeah, it was unbalanced, and it felt like it tried too hard to be a Battlefield game. Battlefront and Battlefield should not be the same thing. And unfortunately, the company that makes both now, they're kind of fusing together. Battlefront used to be a more lighthearted, your kids can play it kind of game. They're trying to, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little hard on this, but I think they kind of fumbled the ball.
A couple things really quickly. So Konami still owns the Metal Gear the Metal Gear franchise. I don't know if you heard, but there was like a Metal Gear Zombie trailer. Did you hear about that?
No.
It's called Metal Gear Survive, and it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of like survival game in the Metal Gear universe where it's like surviving from zombies. Um, that might be interesting. I don't know. A lot of people hated these trailers. Look how many dislikes. It has like
Yeah.
crazy amount of dislikes just because they hate Konami. But that might be interesting. I heard it's about zombies though, and I don't know. So I
I've
don't
never
know.
played a Metal Gear,
I
but
haven't either.
I heard everything
I'm
with
planning.
Konami
I'm planning to
that
do a
happened.
let's play on Metal Gear Solid 5 after I finish Tomb Raider. So I'll check that out probably next month or later this month. But a lot of people love Metal Gear and they think it's great. But since Hideo Kojima is not part of this, people are like freaking out and they're like, "What the heck is this? Why are you
Yeah.
killing zombies? Like, what's happening here?
At least
Doesn't
it's
make
not a
any
pachinko
sense."
machine.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard
Um.
about that, but it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, Konami's like old deal with that.
Pachinko
Yeah.
machines. That's our motto now.
And then I guess next there wasn't an Assassin's Creed game last year. You think there will be one this year?
Uh, yes, because I remember reading a quote saying that there's something in the movie, the Assassin's Creed movie, where the Animus that he's in, he is more active, like he's hooked up to it, and like
Did
bouncing around and stuff.
Did you watch the
And
movie?
I didn't see the movie, but I heard it was
I haven't
terrible,
either.
and I expected it to be terrible. Um, but yeah, what's that say? 36%,
Oh wait,
17%.
Metacritic,
Yeah,
17%,
yeah, not very good.
36% on Metacritic,
Yeah, it's poo poo.
60% like it, popular though, but the critics hate it.
Assassin's Creed 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't think any games really capture that magic sense. There have been some good ones, but
I'll
I
say
think
that
eventually Assassin's Creed is going to end. And I think they actually are quoted saying that it will not go on forever, that they will end Assassin's Creed at some point.
it felt like a yearly game up until Syndicate. Syndicate was the last one. I think that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was yearly, and then they decided that they would rather try to put more quality in them, and every 2 years or something like that. And
I think what
it's slowing
happened
down.
was
It's slowing down.
Syndicate didn't sell very well. It was like I forgot where, like Paris or something. Um, I don't know what happened with that game, but not a lot of people bought that one. Uh, but I guess that's why they skipped a year. I'm not sure. I don't know much about the Assassin's Creed series though. I was never a fan of the story.
It's
And
very convoluted.
I played Assassin's Creed 4 with the pirates, and that was fun, but that was about it.
I haven't played any of the new ones. The last one I played in full was the pirate one as well.
All right, so oh wait, here it is. Okay, I don't think that Minecraft. You think it'll be still big? Yep.
I As long as there's kids on planet Earth,
Do you think there will
keep
ever
it.
be a Minecraft 2? Microsoft owns the license now. Do you think they'll ever
No, I think
expand upon it?
Minecraft's a continuously evolving thing. It doesn't need a sequel.
If
That's what I
Microsoft
think.
wanted to, they could make a Minecraft 2 and it would be huge. But
Yeah, it'd
I don't
sell,
know.
but I mean, what can you do? Like Minecraft has changed so much from day one that
Definitely. I played it
what can
back
they
in
what
the
could they do with the sequel? Like
early
they
alpha.
can make curves, I guess, but that wouldn't be
They can make
Minecraft
it
anymore.
look a little better. It does
Yeah.
look, it's very straining on the eyes, I'll have to
I
say.
I think the look they have out now is so profitable though. Like
Mm.
it's so iconic. It just sells like t-shirts and little fake foam swords and axes.
They
Like
could increase the bits.
yeah, I guess.
They could make, I don't know, I think they could make something different with it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, it does get boring after a while. There's only a certain amount of ores and a certain amount of things you can build.
Yeah.
I guess. Do you have anything else that you can
Nothing
think
nothing
of?
comes to mind. I think we covered a lot of good predictions for this year
I
in
think
terms
the,
of gaming and some tech.
I think the PS4 will continue to crazily outsell the Xbox.
Yeah, I think the Xbox One obviously is a good console, but they fumbled their messaging so badly at the launch
And the
with the
PS4 is better performance-wise, so there's no reason to get an Xbox, in my opinion, unless you're a fan of Halo. I have an Xbox One just
or Sunset
because
Overdrive
I love
and
Halo.
Replay.
Yeah, I got Sunset
I
Overdrive
wish I
too.
had Rare Replay. Oh my
I
god.
have Rare Replay as well.
Oh my, you lucky bastard! I love Rare. Like old
Banjo-Kazooie.
Rare. Oh my gosh, yes. Good stuff.
But basically, I think Halo's the only reason. And if there's not like a main series Halo game coming out this year, I'm just kind of wondering what their sales are going to be like for the Xbox One. I think it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Crytek is doing pretty poorly. The people that made Crysis,
Yeah,
having
they're
some
close to a lot
trouble.
of studios. A lot of their groups.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all there is to say. I guess I should quickly touch on this topic. This is kind of old news now, but from this chart, which is pretty credible, from Steam Spy, last month, I think this doesn't count for December, but before that, basically 4,200 indie games came out on Steam, and as you can tell from this chart, that's the huge blue section. That is a huge amount of games for last year compared to previous years. It almost doubled from the previous year and the previous year before that. So this year, the indie market is going to be extremely oversaturated on PC. I think there's going to be over 5,000 games released this year on PC, which will be ridiculous. And honestly, I think more people are going to start playing games on PC. I think the PC market is just growing and growing, especially considering how many games are being released. But I guess that's all I have to say about that. And that's pretty much it. So, any final thoughts, I guess?
I think 2017 is a very promising year. A lot
Same
of
here.
uncertainties, especially regarding Nintendo, because this is
Oh,
a
yeah.
critical year for them.
The Switch.
Even you, who hasn't owned a Nintendo console in years, is interested, and that says a lot. So
Yeah, I was not. I paid no attention to the Wii or the Wii U or anything else. but,
understandably so. Both of them were. The Wii was a financial success, but not necessarily a success in terms of offering.
it was more like a family gimmick type console, I think.
Outside of a few like hardcore, quote unquote, like the new Zelda and all the stuff that was on there, but yeah, it was definitely for grandmas.
I'll definitely agree that next year will be mainly about the Switch, especially early on. And if there's
It's
a
gonna
new
get all
Elder
the
Scrolls
headlines.
game, I think that'll get a lot of attention as well.
Yeah.
But I think the Switch will definitely be what everyone's looking forward to. It could be a failure. It could suck. I don't know. There
Yeah.
could be problems. You never know with Nintendo.
I
They
think
could
that they've heard the
copyright.
cries and the complaints of the Wii U. They know they have to launch with a lot of good games. There's no option around it. Otherwise, they're sunk from the beginning. Their biggest life preserver has always been Mario, Zelda. They're household names that always sell.
And
I
they're
think they
trying
know.
to please third parties as well with
Yes,
Skyrim and
like,
such.
They have no choice. They have to come out like just fisticuffs swinging. You know, they have no other option.
I'm sure Minecraft will be on the Switch, which will be
Oh
cool.
yeah, Minecraft is on everything.
Portable
They-
Minecraft would be interesting.
Well, it's technically on the phones and iPads and stuff already. So
Very primitive versions, though.
yeah, it's not like up to date ones. The Switch could
That would be
definitely
really
run that.
cool. If it, I don't know. We'll have to see how online works on the Switch. I don't know. Like,
1 week we'll have some answers.
yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to the Switch and a lot of good games supposedly coming out next year. I'm sure only like half of them will actually come out. And there'll probably be some surprises in there as well. We'll have to see at E3. I think that's in March or April. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Can I just say thank you for having me on your channel? It's
Oh
been
yeah, no
fun.
problem.
This, believe it or not, guys, this is the first day me and him have talked, and
Yeah.
I can already tell we're gonna be good friends. He's a good guy.
And I'm probably gonna split this video up into two parts, so there'll be two different videos. But
Yeah, this is almost 2 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an hour and a half currently. So yeah, I'll just go to your YouTube channel real quick, MightyGazelle. You definitely deserve more subscribers. So if you watch this video all the way through, oh god, how do I
No
find
space.
the freaking channel?
There you go.
There he is. So if you watch this video all the way through, I highly encourage you guys to check out MightyGazelle's channel and subscribe to him. Only 48 subscribers, that's like nothing. I mean, obviously he deserves at least 100, you know. I'm
Just so
sure
you guys know, my current upload schedule, I upload a video every day. I try to, unless something comes up during that day. But yeah, upload a video every day.
and it looks like you play a lot of old games, and you also do a few like live commentary stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Little reviews and such. But yeah, a lot of games that I'm sure a lot of people feel nostalgic for. Like I know all of these games for sure. I remember playing this Lord of the Rings game. That was a good game.
Oh, my co-op for Lord of the Rings. It's my first attempt at a co-op game. It's very crude, but it's fun because we just yell at each other. And
that
whatnot
was a
and
good
stuff.
game. I remember playing that on the
Oh, yeah.
PS2, right?
You'll notice a theme on my channel. I like to play a lot of games that meant a lot to me in my childhood because those are the games that I can express my experiences and share with you guys and hopefully find it interesting because it's a lot of fun.
Top 10 Disney songs. Oh yeah.
Yeah, people like that one.
People
Also,
love
Zelda songs
top
and
10
whatnot.
videos for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah,
all before those.
I guess not to drag this out too much longer, I'll just say be sure to subscribe to MightyGazelle. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to, you don't have to. I make a lot of random videos.
Do you have an official sign off that you like to say?
YouTube.com/GamingTaylor. No. What's sign off? No. Do you have a sign off?
Yeah, just something kind of fun for people to look forward to at the end. We'll work on it. I'll help you out.
Stay tuned for our next podcast.
Until next time, it's been MightyGazelle, and I hope you all have a mighty day. See you guys.
Yep. My conclusion usually is just like, thanks for watching, have a great day. And that's it.
No, that's solid.
Video is over.